All right, now we will submit this form. Okay, we'll upload the CSV file and we'll submit the form. And you see here in the previous video we created upload model, right? So that upload model just came to this drop down, right? In any case, if you want to exclude that, you can go to from where you can exclude from here. Yeah, you just add that upload here. Okay, and that upload model here, so that you will not see that upload model here in this drop down. Okay, refresh and you see only this much. Okay, and next I want to submit this form, and this will be the post request, and I will make sure I have the correct form which is ready to submit. Okay, form has the action and it has the method and it has the encoding type, and then we have the CSRF token and file path is there, and what else? This select has the name, model name. Okay, and then if submit button. All right, this form is ready to submit now. I will actually handle the in the views. I'll handle the post request. Okay, so I'll first see if request dot method is equal to post, and I'm going to take the file path. File path is nothing but the value of this input type file. Okay, so it has the name attribute file path, right? So I want to get that. It will be inside the request dot files. Okay, request dot files dot get. So inside this get method we pass this name, okay, which is file path. Copy and put this here. All right, request dot files, and then I want to take the model name as well. Model underscore name is equal to request dot post. Okay, request dot post dot get. So this will be model name, because the name attribute is this model name. Okay, now we have the file path and the model name. These both things are needed for triggering the import data command. Okay, so we have got this, and you see this request.files.get for this file path and request.post.get for this model name. So this is because this is actually the file field. Okay, so this is the input type file. Okay, so when we accept the file field, we have to take that from the request.files, not from post. So this is just a simple select field or anything which is input type text area, and whatever it is, it just comes from this post request. Okay, so that's why it is files and post. All right, now we got the file path and the model name. We will print that file path. One second, put it here. So this is because in every step we want to make sure things are correct. Okay, so I'll say file path, just printing it. Okay, so let's see by submitting the form. We'll upload some file and we will put the student and import. Okay, don't worry, you will definitely get this error because we have not handled that error yet. But I just want you to see the file path here, right? You see file path is this CSV. This is actually the file name it has given us. Okay, we want to make this file path the full absolute path. Okay, absolute path is actually the full path of the server, okay, including the server path. And the model name, we are getting it correct. Okay, and this thing, other things, we got the error. That is okay, don't worry. Okay, and okay, so let's handle next thing. What we have to do is, the moment we got this file path and model name, next we want to store this file inside the upload model. Okay, So before we do, or before we trigger the command, we want to store this file and model name. Okay, so that is why we have created the upload model, right? We will do that first. Upload is equal to upload dot objects dot create. Okay, so let's import the upload model from uploads dot models, import upload. Okay, from uploads dot models, import upload, and then this will take file is equal to file path, comma, model name is equal to model name. Okay, so this will create the data inside the upload model, and once we have the data, we will actually return redirect to, let's go back to the import data page. So where is this data entry? Okay, the name is import data, right? So this name I want, and I will put that here. Okay, return redirect import data. So this redirect need to be imported, which comes from Django.shortcuts redirect. All right, let's see. I'll now delete this thing. Okay, I'll delete these two things. Those were actually the test things. I'll upload it from here, one file and student and import. Okay, we did not see any success message or error messages here. In the future videos, we are going to implement the message framework as well. For now, we are just starting up. Let's see our file got uploaded or not. Okay, refresh, and you see a file just got uploaded. Okay, so this one is the file that we uploaded and the model name. All right, so up till now things are going good. And next, once we have created the upload object, next thing what we have to do is, our main goal is to actually trigger the import data command. Okay, import data command. Okay, but this import data command needs this file path and model name, right? So that is why we are taking the file path and the model name from the user. Okay, so before we triggering the import data command, we also do some actions like this. Okay, so after this, we will make the absolute path. Currently the path is just the file name. Okay, so you see here, student data big underscore copy.csv. Giving this file path will not work with this import data command. We want to give the full path. Okay, so we'll construct the full path, Okay, so we have the path here, which is the file name, and I'll actually say relative path is equal to, see, when we uploaded this file to the upload model, it has created the relative path. So where is that relative path? If you go to here and you see here, right, what it is saying, uploads / this CSV file, right? So if you want to look at that, so this is the relative path. Let me actually say upload, because that path is inside this upload object dot the file, right? File dot URL, because that is actually the URL, right? So we cannot just say file. Okay, file is going to work, it will give you the path, but when you try to do more operation with that file, it is not going to work. So that's why, because this is a URL, we will put this upload dot file dot URL. File is nothing but the field name here, right? So this is the one we are referring. Okay, now if you want to take that relative path is actually the half path, and absolute path is the full path including the server. Okay, So those two things are the difference. I am printing this relative path. Okay. I'll now try to upload something. Student and import. Okay. So here in the print, you must be seeing something here. Yeah. You see here media / uploads / this one. So this is now the relative path, but I want the full path, right? So full path is actually the base URL. Okay. So what is the base URL? Base URL is nothing but which is inside the settings dot base underscore dir, right? You might have seen this base dir. We are actually seeing that inside the settings, right? You see here base. So this base directory is up to the root folder. Okay, base directory is up to the root folder from your local computer or the server path up to the root directory. All right, let me first import the settings from django.conf. Import settings. Okay, now I will print both of these relative path and URL. I mean base URL. Print relative path and I'll again print base URL. Okay, relative path and base URL. Now I will again try to upload it here. Okay, now you see here this is the relative path half, and next this is the base URL. Okay, so now we want to combine these two things. Okay, we want to concatenate both of these URLs and make the absolute URL. Okay, so these two things are a relative path and I want to make it as absolute path. How to do that? So just simple, it is I'll say file path is equal to, I will simply concatenate this base URL and relative path. So that will be base URL, and after this awd / this will come. Okay, so but before that, for concatenating we have to convert this to string. Okay, I'll cut this and say str. Okay, you have to put that inside the str method. Okay, otherwise you cannot concatenate two things, right? So only strings can be concatenated in Python. So that's why. So we have the relative path, we have the base URL. First will be base URL. Okay, base URL plus is for concatenating, and then relative path. Base URL plus relative path. Now it has become the full path. Print the file path. Print the file path, and now I'll refresh. Load this same file and student and import data, and you can see it is the full path now. So this path we want to give to the import data command. Okay, then only this import data command is going to trigger. Otherwise it cannot find the file. Okay, so users Ratan desktop AWD media, and this is the absolute path or full path. Okay, so we have the file path ready and we have the model name also ready, right? At this point we will trigger the command. So to trigger the import data command, we have a function called call command. Okay, so call command we need to import, which is coming from Django dot core dot management. Okay, import call command. Okay, so using this call command we can trigger any commands in Django from the views. Okay, so we are working in views, right? So in order to trigger the commands from views, we have to use this call command function. Okay, so here we will trigger it. So let's say call command, and this will actually take the command name, which is import data. Command name is import data, right? And we should also provide the file path, a file path and the model name. Okay, because in order to run this import data command, we have to give two arguments, file path and model name. Okay, so this will trigger the function. So once that is done, we can return redirect to import data page. Okay, but I don't think calling the command like this. We will try to call the command first. Okay, we'll try to call the command. Okay, so if this gives us any error, we will take that exception as E. Okay, and then we will raise error. We will raise error. Okay, so this is the good way. Okay, because we also want to take care of the error as well, right? So if anything happens, all right. Okay, so this is just a basic thing because we are going to modify this try and except block because we also want to take the success message and error message as well, right? We'll do all those stuff in the later sections, but this is the way how you call the command from the view. Okay, now let's actually refresh this and I'll try to upload students. Okay, right now I have 106 students. I'll try to upload students from here, data set, student data, open. Okay, so this data set I'm going to import and to this student import. Okay, so once if the import is done, then you see this data imported from CSV successfully. Okay, we got the success message and we will see that inside here. Refresh, 106 was there and now it is 56 because that file had 50 records. Okay, so this is how we import the data from here. Okay, so in the next one we will implement the message framework. Okay, because once we click on this import data, we also want to show the user that whether the data just got imported or not. Okay, if there is any error, we will show that to the user. Okay, so we'll do all those stuff, and after that we will also try to upload large data set. Okay, so we'll do all those stuff in the next video.